Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to English class. So, today we are going to continue with part 2 of figures of speech. I'm very sure that you must have definitely revised the part 1 session. So, let us first go through the quick recap of all the five topics that we have already covered. Alright, so we had already covered personification, alliteration, simile, metaphor, and repetition. And I'm very sure now you must have been expert in recognizing these kind of sentences. Now, students, let us go through the part 2. Now, what are we going to continue in part 2? So, there are various forms of figures of speech as I said, but for your level, what we are going to continue today is all these five topics. So, let us start with the naming of those topics. It's onomatopoeia, hyperbole, interrogation, exclamation, and antithesis. Alright, so let us start with the easiest topic first. Alright, so let us continue with the first one. We are going to start with antithesis. Now, what I mean by antithesis and how to recognize these words. Now, students, let me tell you, it's really easy to recognize these kind of sentences. The reason is it just gives you the opposite ideas in one particular sentence. Okay. See, I have already given you the definition. It means in which two opposite ideas are put together in a sentence. Now, how to recognize and what kind of sentences will be there? I will just do one thing. I will go through the statements and the sentences. Now, let us go through this. Man proposes, God disposes. Now, proposes and disposes, these are two opposite words, right? That means man is creating something or making some plan, but God sometimes doesn't give the success for this plan because God is planning something else for us, right? So these are the two opposite words. Now, let us come to the next one. That's one small step for men, one giant leap for mankind. Now, please let me know which are the two opposite words over here. It's small and giant. Yes. So that means that's one small step for man. That means man is going to take forward one step, one giant leap for mankind. That means for the mankind, it's going to be a huge leap, a huge step for the mankind to go ahead for the action. All right. Now, let us go through few more examples which will make you or give you more clarity. Now, this speech is silver but silence is gold. Yes, of course. There are two opposite words over here. It's silver and gold. Right. Now, the next one. Rude words bring about sadness. Rude words bring about sadness, but kind words inspire joy. Yes, now students, which are the two opposite words over here? Yes, it's rude and kind. Alright, now let us come to or go through one more sentence. Money is the root of all evil. Poverty is the fruit of all goodness. Okay, now which are the two opposite words? I have already given the or highlighted those words. It's evil and goodness. Now money is the root of all evil. That means, of course, money is definitely is the main cause of making the person or a bad one or a bad person or a bad evil, right? But poverty is the fruit of all the goodness. So it gives you goodness when there is no one or none of the persons are greedy, okay, for the money. So this is what the sentences are all about. So I'm very sure that now you're clear with antithesis. Yes, these kinds of words are called as antithesis. Now let us go through only the opposite words of the number of sentences that we have already covered. So what we have covered is proposes and the opposite is disposes, right? Small and the opposite one was giant. Yes. Okay. Now silver, yes, it's gold. Rude, kind, evil, and goodness. All right. Now let us go through the next topic. Now, children, we will go through one more very important topic and very interesting as well. It is onomatopoeia. Now, how to recognize this particular sentence? It's very easy. Now, why it is easy is because it actually, tells us some kind of a sounds. The sound could be of any kind of related to the object, or the sound could be related to any kind of a machine work or any kind of impact sound. Okay, so let us go through the definition. The use of words that imitate the sounds associated with the object or actions they refer to. So it's nothing but onomatopoeia. Now, how to recognize and what kind of sentences we can go ahead. Now, I have given you a few examples. Now, as I said, this could be any kind of sound. So, it could be a machine sound like honk, beep, vroom, clang. Okay, it could be any kind of an impact sound like boom, crash, thump, or bang. It could be any other sound of some kind of a bird, or like like whisper sound or giggle or murmur. Okay, so let us go through this two sentence which I have given. It's very easy to understand. Okay, it's bang bang into the roof, I know you want it. So yes, what is a different sound over here? It's nothing but it's bang bang. Okay. Okay. Now the next one, knock 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 on the door. Okay, so what was there on the door? It was knock knock knock. Okay, so today I'm very clear that this these kind of easy words will be very much clear to you, and you will be able to understand this kind of words. It is nothing but called as onomatopoeia. Now our next topic is hyperbole. Now, this is nothing but an exaggeration that we do. Now, what do you mean by this exaggeration? It is nothing but, saying something which is actually not going to happen in reality. Okay, that means we are oversaying something, which sometimes, make us laugh as well. To give you one example, I can say, she is as skinny as a toothpick. She is as skinny as a toothpick. That means she is her weight is not that much. She is very slim, and she is slim like a toothpick. So of course this is something over exaggeration that we are doing, right? So these are the sentences which is very easy to understand and recognize. All right, now let's go through few examples. Okay, now look here. I have died every day waiting for you. I have died every day waiting for you. Now, this sentence, it says that means I keep on waiting for you every day, and I kept on dying every day. Of course, which is not possible. So yes, this kind of over exaggeration is called as nothing but hyperbole. Yeah, the next one is a million dreams are keeping me awake. A million dreams are keeping me awake. So, as and when I come across a lot of dreams, it keeps me awake because it's going to make me motivated, and definitely it's going to help me to keep boosting my energy as well. Of course, so this kind of sentence is again not in reality. I can give you one more example like your skin is softer than silk. Your skin is softer than silk. Of course, the skin definitely is not going to be like a silk, but yes, this is a kind of statement that we are passing. So, student, it's very easy to understand what is a hyperbole. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure that you are going to recognize this kind of sentences very fast and very quick. Now, let us go through the next one. Now our next topic is interrogation. Now what I mean by interrogation, we have already done this topic, many times. Now interrogation is nothing but something which ends with a question mark. That means you're going to ask a kind of a question to someone. It could be something like, are you crazy? Can you imagine that? Aren't you ashamed of yourself? So whenever we say this kind of sentence, and in the end we put a kind of a question mark, that is nothing but interrogation. So let us go through the definition. It means asking its question not for the sake of getting an answer, but to also point out more effectively. So that means, yes, it's very clear. I can give you some more examples like, are you feeling better? Okay, are you feeling better? Or does it taste good? Or is it cool outside? So, yes, whenever we ask this kind of question, so yes, it is nothing but interrogation, and it's very easy to understand and recognize this kind of sentences statements. Okay, now let us come to the next one. All right, now let us start with the next topic, that is exclamation. Now, students, what do you mean by exclamation? Now, when you pass on some kind of sentences with a lot of expressions, emotions, or excitement, so these kind of sentences are called as exclamation. So, I've given you a few examples like, how beautiful the day was. Yes, so I'm expressing that my day was beautiful. Then the next is, you are amazing. Yes, so you are amazing. It's again an expression to say that yes, wow, you are amazing. Next one, what a piece of work is man. So, if you go through these sentences, children, you will come to know in each and every sentence we have specified some kind of emotions and feelings. Okay, and there are few sentences we have we can also say with a lot of excitement, like, wow, what a beautiful house. Okay, like, how fast he runs, how fast he runs. We can also say that the birthday cake was so good. So that means we are saying these things with a lot of emotions and feelings. And in the end, when there is an exclamation mark, these sentences are called as exclamation. Now, I'm pretty sure that you are clear with this particular topic. Now, students, since we are towards the end of the part 2, before we could go ahead with a lot of, few more sentences to check our test or the knowledge, I would like to do a quick recap of all the 10 topics that we have already covered in part 1 and part 2 as well. So please make sure that you are going to make note of whatever revision we are going to do right now, so that it can help you, to understand and identify these figures of speech. All right, so just wait a minute and we will start with the entire recap of all the 10 figures of speech. Now, students, let us go through a quick recap of all, whatever we have done, including all the 5 topics that we have covered in part 2. Now, let us start with the first one, that is antithesis. Now, as I said, antithesis is something about, recognizing the two opposite words in the sentence. Now, student, this also could be two different opinions, it could be two different concepts, or also two different characteristics. Like, I can say that the sun is the antithesis of moon. The slavery is also the antithesis of freedom. Okay, the devil can be antithesis of God. Okay, so here we come across one more sentence. You are easy on the eyes but hard on the heart. Yes, so here we have got two opposite words. It's easy and hard. So that's the reason it is antithesis. Now, the next one is onomatopoeia. Now, as I said, onomatopoeia is very easy to recognize because it gives us the sounds. Now, the buzzing bees, yes, what is the sound over here? It's buzzing bees, right? Now, the next one is, the sack fell into the river with a splash. Now, what was the sound when the sack fell into the river? So, it was a splash sound, yes. So, this is again onomatopoeia. Now, it's very easy to understand the next one. No, hyperbole. Now, as we said, that it is very easy to understand hyperbole. The reason is, it is something with exaggeration that we do. So I could sleep for a year. I was so tired. So of course, we can't sleep for the whole year, even if we are tired, right? So yes, it's very easy to understand. Next one is interrogation. Anything with a question mark, something which we are asking, but we are not expecting the answer as well. So it is something like, is he your brother? Yes. So he is my brother. Yes. So we are asking something, or something like, you know um, are you going for a dinner today? Yes. So yes, they are going for the dinner. So something with a question form is called as interrogation. Now the next one is exclamation. It's very easy to understand because we have already understood that whenever there is a sentence with a lot of you can say personal response, I mean the excitement, or we are saying something with a lot of expressions, something like that. So that is an exclamation. So the next one is, I just won the lottery. Yes, I just won the lottery. So yes, this is an exclamation sentence to be understood. So yes, overall we have done the summary of all the five sentences. Now let us go through the more sentences and understand whether we are able to recognize or come across the names of what this sentences and how the sentences belongs to. Okay, so let us go through that once again. So students, now before we could start with the few examples based on part 2, let us first do a quick revision of all the 10 figures of speech that we have already completed in part 1 as well. So let us start the personification. Now as you know, personification, the base is person. So here are the few examples that we have already done. It's the flower danced in the wind. Now flower, we have given a human quality to the flower. Now, we know that flower can't dance, so yes, but still flower danced in the wind, so that's the personification. Time flies and waits for no one. So as we know, we have also given a human quality to the time, so that is the personification. Now let us come to the next one. We have also done alliteration. As we know, alliteration is very easy to recognize or identify any specific word, okay, and the first sound of each word should be similar. The way we have done, Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, and Tim's turtle tumbles. Now over here, the sound of p and t is being repeated, and that's the reason it is called as alliteration. Now, let us come to the next one, that is repetition. In repetition, a specific word or a specific phrase will be repeated. Example, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Right? So, this is how we recognize the repetition. I gave you one more example wherein the president said work, work, and work are the keys to success. So, yes, over here, work, work, and work, this particular word is being repeated thrice, and that's the reason it is called as repetition. All right, now the next one we did is simile. So, as we already know, simile is basically we compare two things by saying or by using the words like or as. Okay, we also gave you one example wherein he was as fast as a sports car. That means we have actually compared the running of that particular boy with the sports car. So, it's very easy to understand simile as well. Then we have also done metaphor. Now as we also know that in metaphor we do not use the words like and as. Okay, but yes, I have given you a few examples to understand that we compare it, okay, in different forms. Like we have said, life is a roller coaster. So yes, we have compared the life with the roller coaster. The reason is, of course, it is not a roller coaster, but there are a lot of ups and downs in the life. Okay, so that is how we recognize the metaphor. All right, and now student, let us now come to the part 2. In part 2, we have already done onomatopoeia, hyperbole, interrogation, exclamation, and antithesis. Now, based on this, I have given a few examples. All right. So now let us see whether you are able to do this example, and as a test, whether you are able to identify this figure of speech. So let's start. Now students, let us quickly go through few examples and understand and revise what we have done. Now the first one is patience is bitter but it has a sweet fruit. Okay, now over here, bitter and sweet, these are two opposite words. So of course now you have to tell me, when two opposite words comes in one sentence, what is the sentence called? Yes, it is nothing but antithesis, right? Now the next one, she is older than the hills. Oh, how it could be? None of us can be so older than the hills. So this is an exaggerated sentence. So that's the reason it is called as hyperbole. Yes. Now the next one. I was so hungry I could eat a horse. I was so hungry I could eat a horse. Of course, when we are hungry, we will definitely not eat the horse. So yes, this is again hyperbole, right? Okay. Now the next one. All right. Now this sentence is tick tock, the sound of the clock was all that could be heard in the hospital waiting room. So, yes, here there is a sound, and the sound is of tick tock, tick tock. So, that means it is nothing but onomatopoeia. That's right. Now, the next one. Why did John arrive late? Why did John arrive late? That is a question mark. So, this is interrogation. Yes. Now, the next one. You are such a liar. You are such a liar. So I'm giving an expression over here, all right, that the person is a liar. So definitely it's an exclamation mark, okay? So now see student, it was so easy to understand all the 5 topics that we have already done. Okay, now I'm very sure that I'm going to give you some assignment, that's home assignment, and you will be definitely doing it very quickly, and you are going to submit it online, so that your teacher will also come to know how much knowledge you have got with regards to the figures of speech part 1 and part 2. So students, I am requesting you that once you are done with this, please go through the online assignment and submit it, so that we will get an idea how much you have done your revision as well. Okay, so till that time, thank you very much, and I hope that you all will take care of yourself. Okay, bye bye.